Here's how I went from this to this.
As you may already know, looksmaxing is a popular form of self-improvement, largely focused on improving one's physical appearance. The idea is that if you look better, your life will get better as a result. In this simplistic definition, we don't run into many issues. However, when applied in the real world, looksmaxing can become problematic and even dangerous. But first, we're starting our week with some simple grooming, the first step in any looksmaxing routine. Brush your teeth, shave your face, and do your hair. Once we've done that, we get our first set of improvements.
It's pretty obvious, but being well-groomed portrays responsibility and foresight without using any words.
Even with a bad haircut and a mid-outfit, you can tell if someone took the time to clean up.
Get that little Superman curl or something like that. The purpose of looksmaxing is basically just to virtue signal, hey, I take care of myself. Hey, I'm high value. Hey, I matter. Because in this society, people aren't actually worried on changing themselves, but rather their appearance and to appear like they are better than they actually are. If people focus more inwards on their soul and their knowledge and whatever else, maybe they wouldn't need to looksmax.
All the things I'm doing this week are the least invasive aspects of looksmaxing and have been around for quite some time. Our next intervention has been around since city-states started to form. Exercise as we know it today largely originated in places like Athens. People would try to keep in good shape as a way to improve their athleticism and overall health, using practices such as calisthenics, lifting heavy objects, or wrestling, either to compete in the Olympic Games or be able to fight with endurance. However, training as a military preparation practice has been around for much longer in places like ancient Egypt and ancient China. Yoga has also been around for much longer as well. My point being, exercise has gone from being something that was useful, helping clear your mind or prepare yourself for war, to becoming something that is purely based on self-interest, trying to make yourself look better for the sake of looking better. The popularization of bodybuilding in the 80s is largely to blame for this, but it is a double-edged sword, as making fitness more popular made it more accessible and attractive to those who would not have otherwise exercised. Bodybuilding has also popularized the use of PEDs, which the looksmaxing community has openly embraced, whether it's the use of untested peptides from unnamed Chinese laboratories or anabolics without the help of an endocrinologist. The looksmaxers will try anything to enhance their appearance. That's how they can take something as harmless as lifting and turn it into an extreme sport.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Lifting in and of itself is very healthy, and you only need to do it a few times a week to see the benefits. If you hit full body 3 times a week and you did that for your entire fitness journey, you'd probably be fine. You wouldn't get the maximum gains, but you'd do quite well. The next step after working on fitness was finding better looking clothes. This is really where I got into it a lot more, especially after I finished filming the video. Like I went shopping the entire week while filming and then went more in the weeks after I finished the video. The more I shopped, the more I realized how this part of looksmaxing is actually one of the most dangerous bits. And it's not for the reason that you may think, like, oh, the clothes don't fit, or oh, my body doesn't look right in this. It's the money. This is so expensive, and it makes you just feel insecure about not having a lot of money. And since style maxing is basically all about virtue signaling and showing people what you want to show them, like expressing your creativity or portraying status, you kind of just find yourself in a place where you're lying to yourself and others just by looking a certain way. You could dress in full business attire and have $100 to your name, but people won't think you're broke because you look like you're not broke. If I'm being realistic with myself here, I could definitely see myself falling into a trap where I buy more and more cool clothes. That way people think I'm cooler, just so I feel better about it. And that gets into the biggest danger of looksmaxing itself. We are optimizing for the sake of looking better in a certain type of system, rather than actually working on the things that we want to work on, like getting more money, or being more fit,
or responsible, whatever it is. I also did some skincare this week, kindly provided by my girlfriend, might I say. And it's just simple stuff to keep my face clean and hydrated. This only gets pretty crazy when men start using full-blown makeup, but honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like when women do it, it's just called being a woman. But when a man does it, it's called looksmaxxing. Like, what's up with that? Anyway, I used this skincare throughout the entire week, and I could tell a difference. Nutrition is another part of looksmaxxing, but I framed nutrition specifically as eating in a calorie deficit with high protein, because many looksmaxxing influencers try to have hollow cheeks, and the only way to do that naturally is by dieting. This was actually pretty normal for me, as I do eat a lot of low-calorie meals in the first place, so I just cycled ones that I normally have. The only way I could see nutrition maxing not working out is if I developed an eating disorder, but I will say that's not going to be something that's inherent to looksmaxing. It's a pretty natural thing that could happen to most people. If you restrict or indulge for too long of a period, you're gonna have issues with food. To round out the week, I got a haircut. The point was to make sure my hair wasn't overgrown and that it flattered my face in style. I went for more of a gentleman's cut this time, but in the coming weeks later, I tried a different style that I thought actually looked much better in hindsight. So this is my final look after spending a week looksmaxxing. I think I looked pretty good compared to the beginning of the week, but let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Real quick, if you like this video, try this one too, and thanks for watching.